Man, oh man, Eric Trump just totally flopped in his Fox News interview tonight while he was trying to defend Donald Trump from the criminal charges against him. So, of course, we had another day of Donald Trump's criminal trial in Manhattan today. It was a big one. Michael Cohen, Donald Trump's former lawyer and fixer, testified against him, connecting him to the heart of the crime. Some very damning testimony given that Michael Cohen was so close to Donald Trump and the alleged crimes. So Fox News was thinking, who do we bring on to combat the testimony of Michael Cohen? And they went with Eric Trump. Very questionable decision-making from Fox News, and it went exactly as you would expect. Very poorly. So I have a couple of clips from this Fox News interview tonight I want to show you. And the first one is of Eric Trump just totally dodging a question. Laura Ingraham, the host, was asking him, Michael Cohen said that your father signed off on everything in the Trump organization. She asked him twice, and he didn't answer a single time. He just kept talking and spouting conspiracy theories. So here's that clip of Eric Trump just totally dodging the question.
Why stop at 34? Cohen says that he called your dad to make sure that he approved of what he was doing and that he would be reimbursed for everything. He required Mr. Trump sign off basically on everything. That's what he repeated throughout the day.
Yeah, isn't that really interesting? Because it kept on getting delayed and delayed and delayed, and Michael Cohen kept on making excuses. They couldn't get the payment, and then he finally comes out in one of the emails and says that, well, I can't get in touch with him.
But did he sign off on everything, your dad?
You know what? I can't get in touch with the president. You know why? Because he's in Iowa, and he's campaigning in every swing state, and he couldn't get him. It's really amazing how he comes out. And, I mean, the email chains clearly show this. But, Laura, that's not what this is about. They want to take my father down in New York. They want to do it civilly. They want to do it criminally. They want to do it in Georgia. They want to try and do it in Washington, D.C. They go to the farthest left areas of this country. They have radical prosecutors, all with one thing in common. They're all funded by Soros, every single one, and they have a damn mission to go after Donald Trump because he's winning in every poll. And when
he was speaking very fast there. He was like, blah, 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 just kind of running through his answer, trying to get it all out. It seems like he's very panicked. He's feeling the heat. Eric Trump has been in the courtroom with Donald in recent days in his trial, so he's seeing firsthand the evidence that the prosecutors are putting forward, and it seems like Eric Trump is a little scared. He's feeling the heat. He's seeing that the prosecutors have the goods on Donald Trump, and the witnesses they're bringing in are corroborating those pieces of evidence. But why wouldn't Eric Trump answer? If Michael Cohen is such a liar and all of his testimony is completely false, then why couldn't he give a straight answer? Come on, Eric. Did Donald Trump sign off on everything, as multiple witnesses, including Michael Cohen, have said, or did he not? What's the answer, Eric? Why wouldn't he answer the question? And the funny thing is, they actually have evidence, aside from witness testimony, proving that Donald Trump was very involved in all of these hush money deals and that he did micromanage everything in the Trump organization and he signed off of everything, and anything and everything at that organization went through him, especially the bigger purchases, such as like $130,000 for Stormy Daniels and then a subsequent payment to Michael Cohen. So, we don't really need Eric Trump to confirm this. We already know, right? But why wouldn't he answer the question? Just continue this these prosecutors are coming after my father in these liberal districts, which is nonsense, of course. They're going in front of a jury and proving their claims. It has nothing to do with the political affiliation of the city or the people on the jury. It has everything to do with the fact that they have evidence against his father, Donald Trump. But, he wouldn't answer the question. I just find that fascinating, that he dodged it. He was just trying to get away from it. He was like, no, I won't do it. He just continued the conspiracy theories. And even Laura Ingraham, which is surprising, by the way, a Fox News host jumping in there saying, well, but did he sign off on everything? Because he wasn't answering the question. And he continued down his ramble, his rant. Fascinating, isn't it? It's a common theme in the Trump organization and the people around Trump that they won't answer a question directly unless they're under oath. But aside from that video, Eric Trump also made an interesting claim about NDAs. Really makes you wonder what he's referencing. So take a look at that clip here.
I mean, I'd say those aren't crimes anyway, even if he did say okay.
Of course they're not. NDAs are completely illegal.
I mean, that's the point. I would say
NDAs are done anyway. Every single day by every single organization. By the way, every organization, including this one, would go down in flames if an NDA was illegal, because every single organization, every single person has NDAs in that world.
What kind of
Really? Every organization, including the Trump organization, would go down in flames if NDAs were illegal. That's a kind of concerning statement, isn't it? I mean, don't get me wrong, NDAs absolutely serve a purpose, but why would that mean your organization would go down in flames? Like, if you're trying to protect intellectual property and company secrets, that's one thing, but, going down in flames, that seems like Eric and the Trump organization knows that there are people who are intentionally being silent right now, or they have intentionally silenced, so they wouldn't testify against them in this trial, or even just in the court of public opinion, going out to the media and talking about the inner workings of the Trump organization and the Trump family. Just a very peculiar statement, isn't it? And we also know of the long history of the Trump organization and Trump himself using NDAs to keep people quiet. I mean, that's what he tried to do with Stormy Daniels, Karen McDougal, the doorman who alleged to have a story about Trump having a kid out of wedlock. They used NDAs. So is this what Eric Trump is referencing? Are there more stories that they don't want getting out, that they've had NDAs signed? I mean, that's only speculation. But to have such a strong opinion on them, such as the organization would go down in flames, I think naturally makes people wonder. I certainly am. And again, he's kind of continuing this theme of seeming panicked as he's talking. He really seems stressed, like there's a weight on his shoulders. Maybe he has to be on the witness stand. I don't know. Now, the final clip I want to show you from this interview actually doesn't have anything to do with the Trump trial, but just another complete lie from Eric Trump, and one that's circulating around the Trump campaign right now, where he's talking about his recent rally in New Jersey, the one that Donald Trump held in Wildwood. So here's that clip of Eric Trump talking about that.
When you see Wildwood on Saturday, where he has 100,000 people show up, 100,000 people.
Yeah.
I mean, Bruce Springsteen can't pull half of that amount,
Don't
right?
steal our thunder. We're getting into
Trying not to, but I'm excited about this. And then you...
Yeah, so that's completely false. 100,000 people did not show up to Wildwood, New Jersey for Donald Trump. That's completely inaccurate. Matter of fact, even Fox News themselves are not saying 100,000. Take a look at this clip of Jesse Waters confirming that it wasn't 100,000, but rather it was significantly less.
Yeah. So Johnny was there. You'll see that tonight. Oh. And he said it wasn't 100,000. Said it was closer to 30,000. That's still a packed venue, and that's...
Yeah, that's Jesse Waters today saying the complete opposite of what Eric Trump and the Trump campaign are saying. And it wasn't even 30,000 as well. We can just look at pictures. Here's a picture on your screen of the Trump rally that is obviously not 30,000 people. There are stadiums that fill 30,000 people that we can look at in comparison, and that right there at that Trump rally is not 30,000 people. Again, another consistent theme that we see with Trump and the people around him. They lied about the inauguration numbers in 2016, and now fast forward 8 years to 2024, and they're still lying about crowd size numbers to make them feel better, make them feel warm inside, and as if they're more popular than they actually are. Newsflash, they're not. He didn't get 100,000 people in Wildwood, New Jersey. That's just not true, and they're continuing this lie. Don't believe them. Don't believe the garbage. So yeah, that's Eric Trump's train wreck interview. Just very panicked, not answering questions, just blatantly lying. And of course, he's not going to get any pushback by Laura Ingraham, right? She never does that. She's not interested in honest journalism. She's interested in being a mouthpiece for Trump and his campaign. But we've known that. I wasn't expecting anything less from Laura. So I'll wrap up the video there. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe down below. It goes such a long way. I greatly appreciate it. Drop a like on the video, comment, let me know what you think about Eric Trump and his answers. And of course, share the video with anybody you think needs to see it. And as always, I greatly appreciate you, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day.